I had a dream. The lady was climbing a tree, slight angle. The tree was not quite vertical, but virtually vertical. And strangely enough, she was facing outwards, not inwards. She was up there, and I thought, this is dangerous. And at that moment, she lost her grip, and she was falling. But now, of course, the tree was, goodness knows how high the tree was, because I watched her falling, and she was wearing a sort of, mostly in black, not tight clothing, quite a bit of, she was, and I realized she was now way beyond, she was out there over the edge of a cliff falling, and there was sea deep below, far below. And, the tree had vanished in my dream. I hadn't realized why this was unusual. And I'm thinking, and I'm asking, can she swim? And I don't mean I heard an answer, but I realized now that she was still above the height of the cliff we were on, grass cliff, and she was coming towards us, not just falling vertically. And I'm wondering, can she glide towards us enough? And I'm not at all clear she can, but she's already gliding towards us, so perhaps she can. I'm in suspense, and she does. She glides towards us and just lands on the grass in front of us. And she lands. She's not crashing into the grass, falling at terminal velocity. She just glides in and lands. And and of course, what a relief. How lovely. But there's no consciousness of God in this dream. I'm not aware of God as far as I know. And I'm not even, thankful to God in the dream. I'm thankful afterwards, of course. And I'm thinking, what a strange dream. And I like the lady, of course, and I'm watching this whole dream. I'm in it, but watching it, I'm surprised that, well, I didn't anticipate that she'd be able to glide towards us. She simply suddenly was, instead of just falling fast. She's falling upright, not head first. It's not that she's diving into the ocean that is way, 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 way below. And it's not occurred to me that hitting the water at that speed could kill you anyway. I'm just wondering, can she swim? That's the crucial thing now. But it's not, because in the dream, I find she's gliding, and she's happy that she's gliding towards, that it is working, and she makes it, of course. And I'm not even clear she can make it. I'm just wondering, can she make it? Notice I'm concerned in this dream. I'm not desperate. I'm just concerned. This is happening. Oh dear, she's lost her grip on the tree and she's falling. And none of the changes, like suddenly it's over the water and she's, out there, not here, close to us, up the tree. And the time is long. I mean, you fall out of a tree, you hit the ground within a part of a second sort of thing, just, whoa, hit the ground. It's not like that. I've got quite a bit of time that I'm watching this, time to ask, can she swim, and then find she's gliding towards us and not just falling vertically down into the ocean below. What does it mean? Does it have a meaning, this dream, Father? What are you saying to me? First of all, it occurs to me it's a good outcome dream, of course. And it's a miracle dream. And it's not a miracle that I'm expecting, from me seeing her falling, and then it being not just falling out of the tree onto the ground, but but she's beyond a cliff edge that we're on, and the trees vanished and the grass is... She's not falling on the grass. She's going to... I know there's water, there's ocean down below, but it's way, way, way below. And I'm wondering, can she... And I asked, can she swim? I didn't get an answer. I mean, I just asked. And then I realised she's gliding towards us. Will she be able to glide enough? Will she glide enough? But I suppose I am thinking or seeing in my mind in that part of the dream that I'm wanting her to be able to get as far as us, not over the water, but onto the cliff, onto the top of the cliff here with us. And I realise she's doing it, and it's a good outcome. I would like to say that it was demonstration of great problems being solved. Her falling, her losing her hold on the tree. First of all, can she swim? Because it occurs to me it would be okay if she could swim. You know, it doesn't occur to me that you can't hit the water at that speed. And she's falling very fast then, of course. But it's a long, long way down. And funny enough, in the next moment it wasn't, you know, down there below the cliff. Which I can't see the ocean, I can just see her falling. And now she's still falling above the height of the cliff, and she's sort of in a curve, come down towards us and lands. Lands and doesn't crash. That God overrides is my thought now, what my dream could have been. My concern is rescued by the dream. That I'm not in control of the dream anymore, that's what it is. Thank you, Heavenly Father. You're in control of the dream even though I'm not conscious of you in the dream. That is an incredibly good experience, isn't it, Lord? It's not that I had the dream turn out right. I wanted it to turn out right, and I thought perhaps it was that if she could swim, then it would turn out all right. And of course I didn't know I was dreaming. But you overrode the dream. Miraculously she could glide, and she was okay. Now both thank you, Heavenly Father, that she's okay, even though it was a dream. But thank you too that it's you that overrode my dream, that I was not any longer in charge of dreams. You are. It's not that I have to be competent in the dream to override what I'm dreaming. You do it. That's wonderful. That's how I want my life to be, Lord, and perhaps that's what you're saying it now is, that you will override the dream of life in the University of the Transitory. Oh God, Heavenly Father, all-powerful, miraculous one, wonderful one, thank you for that thought. Thank you for an interpretation that's such a joy to me. Such an incredible blessing, Father, beyond what I could dream of, Lord. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Dad. Now let me add, I first of all had already dictated this about this length and roughly these details very closely, as far as I am aware. I had to re-dictate it. It did not save. I don't think I've ever had that before. But somehow I was not perturbed. I thought, well, I'll dictate it again. It's still just as fresh in my mind as far as I know. And I may have been a little more concise too. But it didn't save first time. I checked, had it gone into the recycle bin in some direct way? Was it on the end of a previous recording? It wasn't. But I just carried on. I thought, well, I'll redictate it. It didn't take much in my mind to think, don't take this as a disaster, Marshall. Just dictate it. You get something of what? And I was in and did it. And I've done it. Do you see God? I think it occurs to me he is carried out now in this dream, in our reality now, in the world of the transitory, universe of the transitory. Me having a problem, I've lost a recording, and God just solving it, just like that. And I have solved it. I have solved it. It's here, and I'm at nearly 12 minutes now, adding to the recording done. Oh, thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you that it's been recovered by my simply recording what I think was more or less it. And normally I would have just thought, oh, I won't be able to do that again, I'll just do something. Or shall I, what do I do? I could have sat there thinking, what do I do, Lord? I don't know. But of course I just thought, well, I'll record it again, and just did it. As if that was perfectly reasonable and I can do it. And amazingly, I have done it. You may say, well, it's only an 11-minute recording, and you've only just done it. Of course you can remember most of it. Well, yeah, perhaps that's true. But I'm impressed that I have done it. No doubts. Remember, there were doubts in the dream of her falling from the tree. I was worried she's falling, and then I was aware there was a sea way below the cliff bottom there, and she's falling towards it. Oh, I hope she can swim, sort of thing, But do you see, I'm feeling that God has confirmed the meaning, interpretation of the dream, that he is ruling, and ruling with answers by the looks of it that I don't, first of all, expect at all, but which, as they start to happen, I simply take as, oh, well, this is happening. I'm not stunned and amazed that, goodness, this is happening. I'm just, thank goodness will she be able to glide enough towards us? And she does. And it doesn't occur to me, why isn't she falling at great speed now? Well, she's gliding towards us, that's why. But God is ruling the dream and has ruled now the reality of me having an impending loss, an experienced loss. I've lost the recording. But there's a solution, and I'm doing the solution. And I've done it. And I feel that too is just God steering the dream of life in the transitory that we're experiencing now. And you're hearing from me in your now. May it be a blessing to you. God is steering your transitory life, as in a dream, but not a dream where you are steering it with all your fears and concerns and childish incompetence. He's steering it with his noble success to the dilemma that you are experiencing in the dream. He's an all-powerful God and he loves you. And your experience of life is life in the transitory universe. And he steers your dream for you. Let me speak this into your existence here. This knowing of God, this life eternal that you have. This is life eternal, to know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom you have sent, whom thou hast sent, the way. You are in the way, in that lovely way, his way, in his hands. And what's happening to you in the dream is not steered by yourself. Thank you, Heavenly Father, I do not truly have the freedom at all. You have it all, because you are competent, able, wonderfully able to make wonderful, perfect, infinitely good outcome and do for our dream of life here in the transitory. Which is our conception into life eternal. By your loving kindness and care. Thank you, wonderful one. Thank you, Dad. Some details on reviewing the recording. The black is not the sinister black. She just it's mostly black, but it's not tight clothing. There's and the looser sort of sleeves and gown is not streaming above her as she falls. It's just falling with her. And the other thing is, when I say falling vertically, I mean she's upright, her head's above her feet as she falls. She's not diving into the water, in a diving position which will in some sense be right for the ocean below. None of this is occurring to me as strange. When I realise she's gliding towards me, she's no longer in this quite vertical position, but more in a forward gliding position, head up higher than her feet, yes, but gliding towards us, so the head's closer to us than the feet, you know, that sort of posture towards us. And of course the vertical speed is not there now, she's just coming towards us, and it's not that I'm stunned and amazed that it's happening, I'm just, oh, will she manage it? You know, you could say there's hope in my mind, you could say there's doubt, but it's not stopping the dream. On the contrary, it seems to be consistent with the possibility of her making it towards us. But I'm being shown by what's happening that it might be possible. It hadn't occurred to me that it was possible for her to glide towards us before. But she is gliding towards us, and it's that which makes me think, I wonder if she can glide far enough. Do you see, I'm not controlling this dream. You're not controlling your dream of life. Thank God, thank you, Heavenly Father, that you and I are not controlling it by our fears, and it's God who's controlling it. despite what our fears might be. It's as if, not quite that we're neutral. I mean, goodness, I don't want it to be falling out the tree. I don't want it to be falling. But I don't have the answer that God has in the dream. He shows me what he's doing, and then I realize what's happening. I still don't have the answer, well, I'm not aware of God in the dream even. I don't mean that's a trouble to me at the minute. I'm just thinking, well, you don't need to be aware of God in the dream if he's running it anyway. Do you? I mean, that's what occurs to me now. Just love the thought of you ruling our lives, Lord, not us at all. May this be wonderfully so, Lord. That's what we value beyond all things. May this be wonderfully so, Lord. This is what we value beyond all things, that it's you that rules and not our thoughts, but you that are the thoughts, and for good, for rescue into life eternal. Thank you for the dream, Father, and thank you for the interpretation and the encouragement that it gives us. Thank you, Dad.